This hurricane season, your phone goes off with a weather alert. You have either 36 hours or just 3 minutes to act. This is the difference between severe alerts and tropical alerts. Severe alerts are issued for weather events like thunderstorms and tornadoes that pose immediate danger and require action in minutes. On the other hand, tropical or hurricane watches and warnings are issued based on the time the storm's impact will arrive to communities. A hurricane or tropical watch means conditions are favorable for tropical storm or hurricane conditions within 48 hours. A tropical or hurricane warning is when the storm's impacts will threaten neighborhoods within 36 hours. When these watches and warnings are issued this hurricane season, make sure you're listening to your local officials, and most importantly, just make sure you have a way to receive these alerts.
That's an important distinction. Thunderstorm or tornado watches mean the conditions are ripe for them to form, right? Well, a warning means it's happening right now. So as Daji explained, for tropical systems, it's all based on how imminent the storm is. So you definitely want to get ready long before that first watch is ever issued.
Unfortunately, most people are not ready. Rice University's Kinder Institute did a survey of Houstonians, and only 8% said they feel adequately prepared.
Wow.
I mean, I think a big part of that is folks don't have a plan. And once you have a plan, you're going to feel so much better.
And what was incredible about that study is that they said the people who responded had, many of them, just gone through a disaster. And they still didn't feel prepared. And so not only having a plan, but practicing that plan.
Mm-hmm. And there's a lot folks can do to prepare. Researchers continue to try to find ways to keep us safer. Since doing research in the middle of a storm would be dangerous and probably near impossible, scientists in Miami created their own hurricane. Gage Goulding takes us to the hurricane capital of the country to see how the wall of wind is helping us build better.
This is the Wall of Wind, a massive set of fans that are capable of producing Category 5 hurricane wind speeds. That's over 150 miles per hour. All of this so researchers can help us find ways to build better.
Nestled in the middle of Miami is a hurricane that's ready to blow with the push of a button.
It's as close to what Mother Nature creates in the real world in terms of a hurricane wind.
Each one of these fans is 700 horsepower. When all 12 of them are working at max capacity, they draw 5 megawatts of power. That's enough electricity to power 2,000 homes.
It's enough power to blow away buildings. Just like the hurricanes that slam into our coast. All of this in the name of science.
The whole purpose is to test structures for their resilience. And how can we build better, build stronger, and enhance building codes across the nation?
You see, the Wall of Wind isn't just a spectacle. The scientific research that happens right here on the campus of Florida International University has helped us understand how hurricanes act and the damage they can do. Over the last decade, the work in this building is credited with changing the way we build the homes we live in, to the skyscrapers that dot our skyline, and even power lines and traffic lights.
Our aim is to reduce the impact of disasters on communities.
Professor Amal Alawadi is one of many researchers working on projects here. Today, it's a lower speed test on solar panel carports. The wind reaching just under Category 1 strength.
We are collecting loading data on the surface of the solar panels.
This project, it's on a smaller scale, but the data they're collecting is as similar to Mother Nature as it gets. It's not just wind, they can even add water to create wind-blown rain.
These tall spires and the flaps in the floor help create turbulence, simulating how wind moves in a real hurricane. The winds push through this tunnel and then onto the project that's being tested. Meanwhile, all of this is being monitored and controlled by scientists. What are some of the big things that you've done here at the Wall of Wind that have actually made change in everyday life?
The Wall of Wind has contributed significantly to updating building codes and standards for low-rise buildings, specifically roofing components, like how do we design our roofs so that they can better resist hurricane extreme forces, especially on the roof.
These feats, they might seem small, but when a roof replacement alone costs tens of thousands of dollars, the savings in just one neighborhood is in the millions.
The more we understand the wind structure interaction, how the wind is interacting with the built and the natural environment, the better we prepare for future events, for extreme events, and the better we have, the safer we have communities in the future.
Bottom line, we need to make all our communities across the nation more resilient.
In Miami, Gage Golding, KPRC2 News.
While science, like you just saw, is helping us build better, technology continues to improve our ability to forecast what's coming.
Hurricane gliders go up and down in the water to gather critical data like temperature and oxygen. There's also other buoys bouncing around the globe, including global drifters. They literally follow the ocean's current, measuring the water temperature and atmospheric pressure. You can see how these work to help track storms and get a look at how Hurricane Hunter planes give us a bird's eye view of the eye of the storms under the hurricane section of click2houston.com.
Well, your house may be stronger and technology may be better, but you still need homeowners insurance to protect you from a financial disaster after the storm. Still ahead with homeowners insurance more expensive for just about everyone this year. What can you do?
It was extremely stressful. I mean, we were not sure if we were going to find a company that we could afford.
Options for people who can't pay high premiums.
But first, KPRC2 Investigates Amy Davis has news for anyone in the market for flood insurance.
FEMA's National Flood Insurance Program isn't the only game in town anymore. Did you know that even if you're in a floodplain, your lender has to accept some private flood insurance policies? Private flood policies may be cheaper and some may offer better coverage than FEMA's standard payouts. The easiest way to get several quotes to compare is by calling an insurance broker, and that won't cost you anything.